The Four Sisters of the Seasons. In a magical land called Everchange, four beautiful sisters ruled the seasons: winter, autumn, summer, and spring. At the heart of their world floated the glowing heart of seasons, shimmering with rainbow light. Spring and summer danced joyfully through the enchanted forest, flowers blooming wherever their footsteps touched. Butterflies fluttered around them as sunlight sparkled through the leaves. Their laughter echoed magically through the trees. Autumn walked slowly through the forest, golden leaves falling and swirling around her. The wind whispered softly among the branches, carrying the warm colors of the season. She smiled thoughtfully as the leaves twinkled in the magical sunlight. Winter stood tall in the snowy fields, her staff glowing softly in her hand. Snowflakes danced around her, sparkling with icy magic. The forest was calm, serene, and bathed in a magical glow. Suddenly, a dark shadow emerged from the mist, eyes glowing violet and swirling with chaos. The sisters gasped in fear as the forest dimmed around them. A sense of unease spread through the magical land. The shadow seized the heart of seasons and pulled it into darkness, plunging the forest into chaos. The sisters reached out in despair, their powers flickering with worry. The rainbow glow of the heart faded as shadows spread. Holding hands, the sisters united their magic, forming a glowing aura of colored light. Flowers, sunlight, leaves, and snowflakes shimmered together in harmony. They steeled their hearts to face the shadow bravely. Spring scattered her magical seeds and flowers bloomed instantly, swirling in the air. Butterflies danced around her, and the forest glowed with life. Her eyes sparkled with hope and joy as magic filled the scene. Summer raised her sun crystal high, golden rays piercing the darkness. Warm light spread across the forest, chasing away shadows. Her face shone with courage and determination. Autumn spun her leaves around in a protective circle, golden sparks twirling in the air. The wind whispered through the trees as the magical shield formed. Calm and focused, she stood ready with serene determination. Winter raised her crystal staff and formed an ice bridge across the rushing river. Snowflakes sparkled along the icy path, glowing magically. Her expression was calm and determined as she led the sisters forward. Before them lay the river of reflection, showing their deepest fears in shimmering ripples. Each sister gazed into the water, their worries reflected back. Yet, together, they found courage and strength to continue. Spring moved flowers across the river, creating a path of glowing petals. Summer shone her crystal to light the way. Autumn guided swirling leaves, and winter froze rushing streams, clearing the path forward. The sisters entered the whispering woods, where glowing trees murmured riddles. Magical lights floated among the branches, and the air shimmered with enchantment. They listened closely, eyes filled with curiosity and wonder. Autumn calmed the storm of swirling leaves. Summer burned away illusions. Spring made flowers bloom, and winter froze the rushing waterfall. Magic sparkled and danced in the air around them. Together, they solved the forest's puzzle with teamwork and focus. At last, they reached the shadow's dark lair, a cavern pulsing with violet energy. The air crackled with tension and darkness. The sisters held their ground, hearts filled with determination and courage. The shadows swirled around them, hissing and casting chaos. Flowers, sunlight, leaves, and snowflakes danced magically to counter the darkness. The sisters' fear turned into bravery as their powers combined. Spring cast glowing flowers, wrapping the shadow in sparkling petals. Butterflies fluttered and magical light shone all around. She smiled bravely as the shadows struggled in the trap. Summer shone her sun crystal, golden rays piercing the darkness. Shadows fragmented and faded under her radiant light. Her expression was fierce and determined as the forest brightened. Autumn spun golden leaves around the sisters, forming a protective barrier. The leaves shimmered and swirled magically in the air. Calm and focused, she strengthened the shield against the shadow. Winter froze the shadow into a crystal cage with her staff. Frost and sparkling snowflakes danced around the imprisoned figure. Triumphant and serene, she stood with the sisters victorious. The heart of seasons floated back to its rightful place, glowing with rainbow light. A magical aura spread across the forest, restoring balance. The sisters held hands, joy and relief shining in their faces. Winter snow, autumn leaves, summer sunlight, and spring flowers blended harmoniously around the sisters. The forest sparkled with seasonal magic. Together, they celebrated the balance restored. A magnificent rainbow stretched across the sky, its colors shimmering magically. The sisters stood beneath it, eyes wide with wonder and joy. The forest glowed with sparkling light and enchantment. Animals danced and frolicked around the sisters, birds flying, butterflies fluttering, and deer leaping. The forest celebrated with sparkling magic in every corner. The sisters twirled and laughed, hearts full of happiness. The four sisters danced together, their magic swirling in colorful streams. Flowers, leaves, sunlight, and snowflakes danced around them. Joy and laughter filled the enchanted forest with magical energy. The shadow dissolved into soft violet mist, vanishing from the forest forever. Peace and calm returned to the magical land. The sisters smiled, hearts full of relief and love. The heart of seasons glowed brighter than ever, rainbow light radiating across the forest. Magical particles sparkled and shimmered around it. The sisters looked up, filled with pride and joy. As the sun set over Everchange Forest, golden light bathed the trees and flowers. The sisters rested on a hilltop, peaceful and content. Leaves and petals floated gently on the warm evening breeze. Under the starry night sky, the sisters gathered around the glowing heart of seasons. Magical sparkles floated in the air as forest creatures rested happily. Joy and harmony filled the enchanted night. The sisters sat together beneath a giant tree, the heart of seasons glowing softly. Fireflies and magical lights danced gently around them. Peace and love filled the forest as they rested together. Everchange Forest stood in perfect harmony, all seasons blending in magical balance. The sisters stood proudly beneath a shimmering rainbow, the heart of seasons floating above. The magical land would forever remember the courage and unity of the four sisters. Hope you enjoyed this magical story.